so they were for the space of 3.5 months. No rain. But then it came time for Elijah to pray again. And he went and bowed his knee on Mount Carmel and began to pray. And nothing happened. But he believed that God was going to send the rain. And so he prayed and asked his servant to go look. And he said, Master, I see nothing. He said, go look again. And he prayed and prayed. And when he came the 7th time, he said, I see a cloud likened unto a man's hand. And Elijah jumped up and girded his loins and ran past Ahab's chariot and shouted, the rain is coming. But he prayed with passion, the effectual, fervent prayer. You know what that means? It means boiling over. Heated prayer that comes from here. Passion when you pray. And you have it. There came a time when Hannah couldn't even speak words. She moved her mouth and nothing could come out. That's right. But she prayed with passion. God gave her a baby. He said, when you pray, he said, believe you have received these. Glory to God. I've already got it. Where's it at? I've got it. He said, if you believe you've got it, then you'll have these things. And then the last law of prayer, he says, when you pray, when you stand praying, I don't know why he says that. When you stand praying, he says, if you have aught against anybody, he says, forgive them. That's right. He says, so that your Father in heaven will forgive you of your trespasses. Because if you don't forgive them, then the Father will not forgive you. And Lord, I thought about this. And I said, Lord, I've heard people get up and pray wonderful prayers, and they said the right word. And what they said was correct. But it didn't happen. He said, because the heart wasn't right. He said they prayed the right words, but the heart wasn't right. He said, remember, a house that is divided against each other, the mouth is saying one thing, but the heart is feeling another. He said, a heart that is divided against each other shall not stand. So if our mouth is saying one thing and it sounds right, but if our heart is feeling something else, it won't work. Will the musicians come? A missionary couple in some foreign land, a husband and wife, had taken on the responsibility to win the heathen to the Lord. For 10 years they ministered in a foreign land, just a husband and a wife. For 10 years, not one convert. Think about that. They had left home, family, country, and for 10 years, not one soul. Of course, discouragement came. But they knew that God had called them for this certain work. They knew it. They believed it. And a few months would pass and still no convert. And a letter would come from a friend. In the letter, the friend was saying, I feel led of God to send you and your wife some gift. Whatever you would like. I just feel led to send you a gift. They thought for a moment before answering. Then they said, I know what it is we need. We need a communion set. A communion set. They had not even established a church yet. No converts. But they said, we need a communion And so it was, while the communion set was being shipped overseas, before it ever got there, 6 souls were added to the missionary work. And later they would go on, of course, and establish the first church in that nation and become a great work. Why? Because they believed before they ever saw it, before it ever happened. They believed. This morning, by faith, you ought to just step out and say, God, before you ever do it, I'm going to worship and praise you and live like it's already done. Will you bow your head?